drip this, time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I time to run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I time to run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I time to run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I time to run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down.
I am Andrew with XplorationXJ.com. This is my 98 Jeep Cherokee. I want to tell you guys a little bit about my channel and what's going on here. This whole thing originated from this Jeep I bought off Marketplace for $300. It wasn't running. The guy didn't know what was wrong with it. He was asking $1,000. I offered him $300 and he told me to come get it. So my buddy and I hauled this Jeep home on a car trailer from New Jersey to Pennsylvania. And I started tearing into it, troubleshooting it. Long story short, I found out that it was the pickup in the distributor was sending the coil pack no power. $57 pickup in the distributor. It was running as fine as could be. I ended up blowing up the first engine that was in it. Blew a head gasket. It had like 220,000 miles on it. I was doing a bunch of donuts in a parking lot, overheat, and the head gasket went poof. It was gone. So I sourced a low mileage engine. I did a mild rebuild on this and resealed it all up. And I put my snorkel on it, and gotta be honest, I got lazy after I got it running, and I directly plumbed the snorkel straight into the throttle body. I never put an air cleaner on it because I didn't like how the snorkel tapped into the factory box. There's too many things to go wrong with the way it's sealed, and it's just too bulky in there. So I ended up plumbing the snorkel directly to the throttle body, and I never put an inline air cleaner on it like I intended to. So long story short, mud accumulated up in the snorkel, got dried up over time, made its way into the throttle body, and I sucked in a bunch of clumps of mud a couple weeks ago and trashed the whole top end. So I've always had this concept of Xploration XJ, and I was debating on whether I was going to do an engine swap. Well, after some thinking and blowing up the engine, I decided I was going to put something else in here besides the 4.0. As you can see, hiding right there is a 2005 Suburban that I picked up for $400 and drove it home. Pulled the 5.3 liter out of it. It's a 2-wheel drive Suburban, so it was mated to a 2-wheel drive 4L60E. I'm not too sure what I'm doing for a drivetrain yet. We're still in the process of figuring that all out. I'm going to be having a video following up on the drivetrain and what we're going to be doing for a transmission and a transfer case. As of right now, we got to get it in the Jeep, get motor mounts and everything. And I got to make up my mind for the transmission, because my buddy at ls1performance.com in Ontario, he is making my wiring harness and reprogramming and flashing the ECU to work for this Jeep. So I wanted to do all the work to this thing before we talked about an engine. I was in the process of this whole entire concept with Xploration XJ when the motor blew up, and I kind of got forced into doing this. So this thing is getting 5.3 swapped. It's getting tons. A Dana 60 in the front, a Sterling 10.5 in the back. And the cool thing is the Dana 60 and the 10.5 came out of a 2006 F350, so it's a Super 60. It has a 10-inch ring gear, a lot beefier casting on the knuckles. The C's are a little bigger and bulkier on it. It's a ball joint axle. It's perfect for my intentions. A lot of guys like to run the old Kingpin 60s and stuff. I couldn't say no. I picked them up for 400 bucks. They came out of a truck with 27,000 miles on it that was garage kept, and it was rolled over in an accident. The guy that I got the axles off of originally paid 1,300 bucks to have them shipped to his house from Virginia. He decided he wasn't going to use them anymore. They were online. I picked up the Dana 60 and the Sterling 10.5 for 400 bucks. So that was the decision maker on the axles. For those of you who don't really know what's going on, this thing is getting built on coilovers, 40s, bead lockers, full-size axles. It's getting 1 ton. It's getting LS swapped. It's getting a hybrid cage in it. The dashboard's getting gutted out. I'm eliminating 90% of the electrical on this thing. Dashboard's going back in with custom built gauges, all mechanical gauges. There's going to be no electrical inside except for interior lighting, my CB, and my stereo and my sound system, and the climate control. Everything else on this thing is going to be basic and simple. Push button start, kill switch, the whole 9 yards. Last thing I want to do while I'm in Colorado and it's 10 degrees out and it's snowing is turn the Jeep on to start it and it not start, and me have to chase the ignition wire in the column in the campground. I just don't feel like doing that kind of stuff. So we're going to build this thing basic. I'm practically going to be driving a trail rig across the United States, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about. Xploration XJ. We are going to be exploring this whole entire continent eventually. Our first trip, we're traveling across the United States and back. I'm going to be going out to Moab, Utah, the Rubicon Trail, Independence Trail, the King of Hammers in Nevada, wherever I can find, wherever I can off-road, we're off-roading. So if I'm in your local town and you got a cool place to go off-roading, be sure to message me on Instagram or YouTube, or email me through my website directly at xplorationxj.com. I'm going to have a discussion forum in my website. We're going to be talking about recovery, trail fixes, transmissions, drivetrains, engines, axles, you name it. We're going to have a discussion about it on my website. So back to the Jeep real quick. 40s, full-size axles, hybrid cage, basic electronics, coilovers. I got an old military trailer, an old Bantam M416A that is getting built and pulled behind this thing on either 33s, 37s, or 40s to match the Jeep. And all of my camping gear and survival gear is going to be inside the trailer, and we're doing a rooftop tent on top of the trailer behind the Jeep. I don't want the rooftop tent on my Jeep. I don't want any luggage in my Jeep. The only thing I want in my Jeep is recovery gear, tools, spare parts, and a day bag, like a 24-hour bag, small little cooler while we're out on the trail traveling to eat out of. But everything else is going to be held and stored and contained inside the expedition trailer. I'm just hitting the road for 4 to 5 months, building this thing, and we're rolling. I originally had this concept when I was with my ex-girlfriend who had 3 kids, and it just wasn't a reality. I didn't think I was ever going to be able to leave and hit the road, but now she's no longer in the picture and I have no kids. So what do? You build your Jeep, you build a camping trailer and you hit the road. We're gonna be doing product reviews, we're gonna be doing installation videos. This thing's getting the Iron Rock Off-Road 3-link in the front with the 4-link conversion kit in the rear. We're doing the Iron Rock Off-Road full-length front, mid, and rear section unibody stiffeners. It's gonna get hydraulic assist steering. The 5.3 swapped in it with a little bit of work done to it, not a whole lot. We're gonna decide on the drivetrain. We're gonna weld in the rock sliders. We're gonna weld up and bend up the hybrid cage. We're gonna be doing bucket seats in the front, bucket seats in the rear. Places to mount extra parts, places to mount recovery gear. We're gonna boat side this. Once the rockers and the unibody stiffeners are welded in, we're gonna weld in some boat sides to protect underneath. Not sure if I'm leaving the snorkel or not yet. Please give me any advice, any opinions underneath on the comments. I'm very open to opinions. This is a huge project. This is a huge trip. There's a lot of micromanaging involved in this for this to go over smoothly. Last thing I want to do is be 3,000 miles from home and be like, oh, we should have done this or we should have done that. So within the next 5-6 months, everything that's going to be going on with Project Xploration XJ is going to be very, very, very thoughtful, very in-depth, and a lot of thinking involved. Bead locks, we're doing 17 by 10 bead locks with 40 by 12 and a half Maxxis creepy crawlers. I have the 37-inch Maxxis creepy crawlers right now. These will be for sale, or I might keep them for another Cherokee down the road. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. We're going to be loading this thing up with LED lighting, all kinds of different bulbs, off-road lighting and accessories, switches, rocker panels, installation videos on 12-volt stuff as well. So just kind of want to talk to you guys about what we're doing. I'm practically just hitting the road on a trail rig, pulling a camping trailer. I'm going to be driving all across the United States, and I'm going to be beating the crap out of this thing. We're going to be dragging this thing down rocks, flexing all over the place. We're going to be camping out, rain, snow, sleet, anything you can think of. This thing's getting put through for 4 to 5 months. All the products that go on this thing and the different parts and companies are going to be used to their maximum capabilities. I'm going to be dragging this thing down rocks all weekend long, all week long. Be working places. I'm going to be working at sports bars or contractors, whatever, to fund the trip while I'm out. I'm going to be selling t-shirts, memorabilia, stickers, decals. We're going to be doing product reviews and giveaways. Definitely check out the giveaways. I got a bunch of light bars I got to give away. So we're going to talk about that. I really can't think of much else, so be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. My man. Yeah, Josh strapping down the seats.
Hey guys.
They look nice.
Oh yeah. Took a little drive down to Ephrata to pick up some seats.
45-minute drive for some bucket seats. Can't really complain about that.
Huh?
I'm just gonna stand here while Josh does all the work. And he's also my chauffeur.
Yeah.
I feel like a superstar.
Are you a superstar?
Yeah.
YouTube famous.
Not like SendIt Steve. Not as famous as him.
Not as famous as Steve.
Well, we haven't tried to start this thing in like a month since I blew it up, but we're gonna give her a shot today. That's all she wrote. I just wanted to get it moved. All right, so plans changed with the Suburban. Guy was supposed to come pick this thing up tomorrow. My buddy SendIt Steve got a hold of me, who has a Suburban that he is in the middle of working on, and he needs parts from this for his. So he's on his way today to come pick it up here before I go to work. So we're gonna get this loaded up on the trailer and we're gonna go from there.
So this is completely random. I just sort of showed up
And haggled the shit out of me.
I might have lowballed. I 100% lowballed, I'll admit. So I told him, I gave him X amount of dollars and a shout out. So here's your shout out. Xploration X-Day, definitely check him out. Instagram and YouTube. And we're actually here for something. And it's not a Jeep.
What are we buying, Steve?
We are buying, dun dun dun, another Suburban.
The Suburban.
So if you don't know,
The parts donor for Xploration XJ.
yes, you're definitely gonna want to check it out. That's what I was gonna say. He's actually pulled the drivetrain and everything out of this Suburban to go into the XJ here. So you're definitely gonna want to check him out if you're into Jeeps and that kind of gay stuff.
It's not that gay, but
No, I'm just kidding. Now, if you guys are into XJs, you're definitely gonna want to check him out. Definitely a good guy. He's gonna start making content and travel the world.
yep. Well, the country. Can't drive a Jeep across seas.
He could. Big enough tires.
Definitely.
All right, well, I'm gonna get up here and we're gonna get her loaded.
Yeah, I made it so you can back in. When do you plan on editing and getting that uploaded? Because I need to get my...
Tonight. Random purchases, you gotta do it.
Wait till tomorrow night. Tonight, I still have to get my introduction video up. Like, there's nothing on my YouTube channel about Xploration XJ. It's just like 3 random videos. Alrighty, guys and girls, so the Suburban is gone. We finally sold it to SendIt Steve. After parting the Suburban out and selling it, we grossed $680. So we pulled the motor out of it, and we made $280. I really can't complain. That's the whole point of this. This is why I wanted to show you guys that you can get a 5.3 for a reasonable price, or even a 6.0, if you take the time and you do it right. I got a free engine and 280 bucks in my pocket to put back into the build. So now that the Suburban is gone and it's finally out of the driveway, we got the Jeep where it needs to be. We're going to get the engine pulled out in this cold Pennsylvania weather. We're going to get the drivetrain pulled, and we're going to sell what we can off the Jeep. So I already got the transfer case sold. We need to get the transfer case out first. So be sure to stay tuned and see what we got going on. And another thing is, we finally got our first winch to give away. As soon as we hit 1,000 subs, we're going to start doing our giveaways. So be sure to subscribe. Be sure to share this to your friends. Get Xploration XJ out there the best you can. And see what else we got going on for you guys. So I will stay tuned. So stay tuned and catch up. That sounded like crap. Like, share, subscribe, and see what we got going on next. See you guys.